For nearly 30 years, the federal government has conducted and released annual reports giving us a picture of food insecurity in the U.S. The Trump administration is now ending the publication of these reports, calling them redundant, costly, and politicized. The U.S. Department of Agriculture plans to issue one final report, though, this fall, containing data from 2024, and that means the department will not collect or publish any data on food hardship in America under President Trump. So here in the Chicago area, 1 in 5 households, to give you an idea, are experiencing food insecurity, according to data from the Greater Chicago Food Depository. That's 1 in 5. Joining us now is Margaret O'Conor, Executive Director of the Common Pantry, located in Chicago's North Center neighborhood. Thanks so much for being here, Margaret, to talk about this.
Thanks, Dana. Really appreciate it.
You know, how much do organizations and pantries like yours rely on these food insecurity reports? I mean, it definitely gives you an idea of exactly, you know, I would think, what food insecurity looks like.
Well, it certainly gives us a rear view of what the previous years really were about in food insecurity and how many people struggle to put food on their tables, and it influences as well the trends that we're seeing, and of course the things that go into making you food insecure. Is the job market okay? Is housing affordable? And do we have what we need in terms of affordable food?
So how could eliminating that report and that information for pantries and really the country, what sort of impact could that have?
Well, I mean, it's just going to eliminate the data that we need on a high level for policy makers to address food insecurity as a whole, and it certainly on a ground level affects how we plan for increases.
Now, I know this move comes a couple months after President Trump signed legislation making it harder for people to qualify for SNAP benefits, and these reports, as you were mentioning, help shape policy on how to reduce food insecurity. So if the data isn't tracked, could it reduce benefits even more? Could it be a justification then for, you know, the administration, if it wanted to, you know, continue to chip away at those benefits?
Well, if we don't have data, we don't know that it exists, right? So we're going to be faced with disparate data. This is the one piece that overall gives us a broad view of food insecurity in the country, but it also, you know, allows us to then justify even further decreases in federal assistance programs that we know work.
Right. Yeah. I know that pantries, many of them, most of them, like yours, saw a real spike in food insecurity during and after COVID.
Sure.
What can you tell me from, you know, your perspective in regards to the Common Pantry, what you're seeing now? Has the demand or the need gone up even more? Has it flattened?
We've already fed more people year to date than we did last year. So, and we're approaching our busiest season. So the last 3 months of the year usually means that we're going to see a 25% increase in demand. But as SNAP benefits decrease and that those cuts go into effect here momentarily, even I think October 1st, the first SNAP reductions occur, we know that that number will actually go up. So it is a cliff of food insecurity that we know is not going to go away, and we need to plan the best that we can. And without data from the government and sound policy as it relates to food insecurity, we're not going to be able to really have a sound idea about what that's going to really look like.
You know, the 1 in 5 households, the Greater Food Depository statistic is one thing, but I mean, you just telling me that the Common Pantry on the north side, and there are pantries all over the city that are feeling the same impact, that you've already fed more people this year than last year. I mean, that's astounding, and I think it's a reminder for people to recognize that this is a real issue, you know, food insecurity facing all communities.
Yeah, and as we go down the path of further reductions in social safety nets, we're definitely going to see that that increase, especially for seniors, people with disabilities, veterans, and other folks that are just struggling every single day to make ends meet.
Yeah. Okay. Margaret O'Conor, head of the Common Food Pantry up on the north side. Thanks so much for being here to talk about what I believe is a very important subject.
Thank you.
And to learn more about Common Common Pantry and/or volunteer, you can head to commonpantry.org.